Jason's design is fucking awesome.
Oh. It's this one, right?
Ken Kersinger? Kane Hodder ain't got nothing on you.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Here it is. Let's duke it out.
No.
Okay. Firstly, biggest man to ever play Jason, Ken Kersinger. He's 6'5".
You wouldn't know it because it looks like he's swimming in the clothes they put him in. Like, look at your model there.
No, what are you talking about? He looks filled out.
He's wearing a fisherman's jacket.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying like he looked thin? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what
He looked like a monster in that movie. That is the most intimidating, second most. He's the second most intimidating looking Jason in my opinion.
Fuck no.
All the other Jasons just look like regular dudes.
No. Yeah, most of them. But
most of them just look like regular dudes.
Yeah.
This Jason looks like a fucking titan. Yeah. They made him a force of nature in this movie. I love this design.
You know the one thing about this design that just like kills it for me? I can see his eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna push back on this with you. You can see his eyes in most of the movies. He's not Michael Myers.
Not all of them.
Most of them you can see his eyes. How much you want to bet? I bet you right now if we went through them, you can see his eyes in more movies than you don't see his eyes.
Well, I don't know what it is, but he looks like a dude wearing a costume.
In almost all of the firstly, you only see one of his eyes. Yeah. You see that his lazy eye, which became a prominent Jason design, where you see the lazy eye, but you don't see the other one. That's a very essential thing. You're thinking of there's a couple Jasons where you can't see his eyes.
Yep.
This Jason, part 6, and that Jason. I'm pretty sure all the other ones you see his eyes.
And it's incredible.
I don't mind. Okay, see, no. Hold on a sec. Michael Myers, you should not be seeing his eyes. To me, he looks way more terrifying as a black-eyed being. Because he's not even supposed to be human. Jason, I don't mind seeing his eyes because I think he emotes through his eyes. And I always liked the idea of Jason kind of having this dead expression where he's like, he doesn't necessarily get angry or he's just kind of always like, almost like a zombie because he's as big as a zombie, essentially. He's this undead, he's a force of nature.
I cannot disagree with you more. I feel like he's wearing, like he's a kid wearing his dad's clothes. Like it's just, he's tall, but he's not big.
I disagree with you. He's a big motherfucker.
Like everything he looks like he's just like,
well, they specifically recast Kane Hodder because they didn't think he was big enough, and I agree. I think that was the right decision. This guy towers over Freddy.
The other thing about his portrayal that drives me nuts is that, understandably, him and Robert Englund did a lot of like media tours and interviews.
Right.
So they're in costume as well. So, it's fine for Robert Englund to talk because he's a goofy character in the movies, but Jason, like, you want to suspend that disbelief and not have him. He's sitting there on the couch yucking it up, and I'm just like, no, you're killing it for me.
Well, he doesn't talk in those.
Oh, he does.
You didn't have him talk.
There's some interviews where he's just like, oh yeah,
that
Robert.
didn't happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
You're making that up. If that's real, I will cut to that right now.
We're having fun doing it. It's a lot of fun working with Robert. I gotta tell you, it's hard to get your motivation when he's being so nice all the time. I have to tell him to stop that.
My motivation is the 4 hours it takes to put this on.
Yes.
I gotta find it.
Okay, I'm back. There's no way that's real. There's no way. I will. There's no fucking way they had him actually talk and break the character. No. I know what you're talking about, the Las Vegas press event they did, the fight press event. Right?
I'll take a look.
There's no
challenge accepted.
Yeah, this is not real. There maybe you found like a behind the scenes thing.
Oh yeah.
They did the big Las Vegas weigh-in, which was that's a great promo.
Yeah.
They did an actual
he didn't
weigh-in.
say anything on the stage.
No, he doesn't say anything.
When they're interviewing the two of them, like, what is he just going to sit there and say nothing?
He does. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. I think you're making this up. You're making this up. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to kick your ass, Freddy. That did not happen. You're making that shit up.
No, it wasn't even like that. It's like just like the two buddies just yucking it up on the couch.
This seems like a behind the scenes thing you found, and then
but if they put it out there, then it's for fan consumption.
If it's behind the scenes, it doesn't count. If it was that doesn't.
No, it was like an interview. I swear. I'll find it.
If it's an interview that's behind the scenes, that shit doesn't count. Get the fuck out of here.
They're in costume.
Yeah,
they're interviewing them as their characters.
I love the clothing choices in this movie.
Boo.
I like that he has gloves because he often doesn't have gloves. I prefer Jason with gloves. He's got the gloves. I love the big coat. This Jason to me exists outside of time. And that's why I like this design.
All right. If you are one of the 3 people watching this video, post in the comments because I honestly want to know, like, what is your favorite portrayal of this character? Because clearly, I thought you and I were going to agree on this.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Ken Kersinger's the man. I love this is one of my favorites. Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah. I love everything about this design. I like the tatter. I like that he has clothing that could exist basically in any time period. It's just like an old jacket that's literally, his clothing is rotting off of him.
Oh,
and he has this zombie quality. I also like that they went back to slow moving Jason.
Right. I do appreciate that.
He doesn't run. There's no more running anymore. He goes back to the lumbering, slow force of nature. He feels like an absolute fucking tank.
Every time I saw him on the screen, I did not feel like he was intimidating whatsoever.
Wow.
That fisherman's jacket that he's wearing looks way too big for him.
Oh, I love it.
He just looks
rotting
like
off of him.
Oh, no way. No, I
All right. Well, we got to move on.
Yep.
Mark is obviously wrong in what we're saying here.